All right, sorry for the delayed noise, but the show has to go on. I want to apologize again for being a little late. Seems like the story of my life lately. So what happened was yesterday we did episode number 38, and it was supposed to be episode number 37. So I had to switch things around, cancel the other live stream, and reboot everything. So it takes about 15 minutes, so we're running late. Anyhow, so this is, I'm Joshua Shoemaker. This is episode number 37, How to Write a High Ranking Blog from Start to Finish. Um, I am the CMO of EverlastingCreators.com, and on behalf of my lovely wife, Christina Shoemaker, CEO, we welcome you to the show. And I said, then there you go. I have a slide out of place, so just temporary fix. So, welcome to the Everlasting Creators community. We are so happy to see you here. So, hopefully, you'll find a vast amount of knowledge. We've had this slide updated. The other one that I had was kind of cheesy. This is a little more professional. Um, so you can get a lot of valuable content over in our Facebook group, which I will put that in the comments section right now. Let me move my StreamYard over here. There we go. I'm going to put that in the comments section right now. You can catch us over here in our community. It's facebook.com/everlasting creators. You can just click on the link there. I figure to make it a little easier for you. Easier for you. Easier for me too. So, well, maybe there isn't a slide out of place. Well, kind of is probably. Let me see here. Nope. I just need to delete a slide. Delete. I'll go ahead and fix that while I'm here. So it'll be fixed for the next time. So you can join us live every night, Monday through Saturday at 8 p.m. And we got to kind of change that because we've been going live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time so 10 a.m. in the morning too. I figured that was another good time to have the show going, so we need to change that. I forgot about that too. So making a note of that real quick. I just started that this week, and we need to update the slides. Okay, so that being said, we are going to kick into the show now a little bit. And, everybody that's been on the episodes, I've done this for a while. How about a little closer? That way we make sure we get good voice, good content. And my gum, which is I forgot to bring the other pack in with me. That's funny. I'll get it though. Because I'll put you all on hold and go get my other pack of gum. I like to chew gum when I'm on the live stream, so sorry. So anyhow, I haven't said this in a while, but for people that are doing live streaming, one quick little tidbit for you, okay, that we found. Of course, we are using StreamYard. Uh, we love StreamYard. We still are part of the Be Live community. We use Restream. Uh, I didn't have to go for the gum. That wonderful CEO must have heard me that, hey, Josh needs his gum. So, anyhow, there we go. Thank you. You can't see her, and she's still under the weather for some reason. It's been raining on her. I'm coming back out of the action, back into the action, and I'm very behind. My mentor's probably really pissed off because I haven't filled out some papers, and I should have, but I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. It was very hard to come back off the sickness, especially with a weak immune system. So, but I am back. So, anyhow, oh, what I was going to do, I was going to let you know. You can also see do have to authorize just so you make sure uh, to comment and stuff in Facebook. You must say in the link in it, and it's right at the beginning of the show. You must authorize, give StreamYard permission to post on your half. So here is StreamYard. I just put it in the comment section. We use StreamYard, and yes, that is an affiliate link. We do get paid. Okay. That is the only way we're affiliated with StreamYard. But I do promote StreamYard. We really love using StreamYard. And it's really easy to use. They have a lot of great tutorials. I would do no injustice by creating the tutorials. And if you want a live streaming for our live streamers in our community, uh, what I want to tell you is StreamYard is so easy to use. I mean, you can learn it in like 15 minutes and you could make it through a live stream. Not to mention that they've added the webinar feature with the registration page, like your name and your email address. Man, that's like banging. And it's getting better. There's other things that are coming. Uh, we're thinking about I'm looking into some Canva templates that we probably now I won't be able to give them away. I'm going to tell you that right now. A lot of work in these templates, some intros, outros, things that you can use, and you can put them in Canva and edit them. Um, we've really been working on a couple different things for the community. Now I'm not too sure what the price factor is going to be, but we will put them in the community. And the other thing is, I'm very not dyslexic should be the word, very disorganized tonight. But you know, they say this doesn't count for my one daughter there in her dang bedroom, but they say geniuses um have messy desks. We have messy desks, and it's true. If you see my desk, but I know where things are. And if somebody moves one piece of paper and I go for it, I know they moved a piece of paper because I know exactly where I put it. So, but we probably have some Canva templates. I'm not sure if I want to open them up yet to the public or not. They will not be free. Okay, and I don't know the price point yet. They're going to be something that we put out there. Uh, and there'll be a lot of them because we save a lot of our stuff and we repurpose it. So for you live streamers, if we do that, just so you know, do that. The other thing that the tidbit I always give you, uh, we use Google Chrome. I've told you this before. Go up into Google Chrome, the three little dots in the top right hand corner. Go down to settings, click on that, go to extensions, and get rid of your extension. Some of the extensions, some things you're not using. And this is also helpful for those that aren't using live stream, but you're using your computer and you know Google is like taking forever. Those extensions that you've authorized to use slows your dang going computer down. Okay, just us. Period. Okay, so you need to get rid of the ones that you don't even use, and you might not even know they're there. I mean, if you've had the computer, let's say for 2, 3 years, I mean, you've cleaned it up or whatnot. Those extensions are there every time you open up Google Chrome because it's totally different because Google is in the cloud, let's say. It's not on your computer. So those extensions stay there and you can change those. Your bookmarks are another thing that are running up in the background you don't know. Get rid of some of your bookmarks. I had to do that the other day. I was like, holy cow, what I got all this stuff up here for? So I had to get rid of them. But what it did was we had lag on the live stream. And I can tell you there's no reason why I need to have lag on our live stream. We pay for top notch internet, period. Okay, because we live stream. We want to teach people how to do good live streaming. Um, yes, and you can live stream from your phone. You don't need to be at a computer. You can do it from your tablet. I mean, you've gotten all kinds of different things. So that's one kind of little tidbit. The other thing is, I've mentioned before, we used to use the green screen. If you go back to the beginning of the episodes, well, for just everlasting creators now, I have used some other effects that have turned out fairly well uh, using uh, XSplit. XSplit stuff usually seemed to work pretty good. Um, there was still a little bit like you lose your hand or your part of something, but what I'm trying to tell you, what I'm getting at is for our live stream people that want to do live streaming, you want to be professional. Find a good background. You need to pay attention to what is behind you. Okay. It seemed like the page there just kind of flashed real quick. Might have been me. But you notice, okay, so no green screen. My hand doesn't disappear. You can see me. Everything's great. Okay. You can buy backdrops for a little bit of nothing. You can go someplace in your house that is decent, quiet, um, and that too. But so those are a couple little tips for the live streaming community. Um, but now we need to get into the show. So those are some tidbits I always just like to throw out there. And yeah, I know it sounds repetitious, but because here's the deal: we don't know if you're new to the digital marketing world. We don't know if you're an expert, newbie, somewhere in between. You've done this, you've done that, and even being an expert. Okay, I've done lots of live streams and been on live streams, and I never once dawned on me about the extensions running. Okay, but it is a big, big, big deal. Okay, I'm just telling you, it is very helpful. So, but if you are, a newbie or an expert, or you're somewhere in between, you're at the right place. If you're in the right time, if you're looking for innovative ideas and want no BS, for those of you that's never been on our show, innovative ideas or thinking outside the box, because you've got to be better than your competition. You got to. Okay. The no BS stands for no bullshit, which means I'm not going to sit here and, if I'm not good at something, I'm going to tell you I'm not good at it. But I can find out who is good at it, or I'll research and find out how to be good at it. Um, so, but again, you can find out inside our community, which the link is in the comments section. So, inside the group, you will find the most valuable free tools, how to use social media properly, our top preferred pick for streaming, how to properly live stream, free guides. There's at least 40 free guides in there. Uh, Free 365 content posts, simple graphic creations. Uh, this is kind of one thing that I talk about a lot. Quit making pretty sites and do this first, okay? The shiny object syndrome, that's hard to get away from. Uh, it's like an addiction because you think, oh man, I got to be like the next. I got to be like the next person, or whatnot, and you don't have to. Okay, so here's what I'm telling you: you've been doing it all wrong. Um, Inside, you'll learn why and how to fix that problem. Okay, our methods are so simple. It's about like 5 steps. Okay, they're 5 steps, but understand the 5 steps take 6 to 8 months before maybe you're going to see your first buck. Okay, and that doesn't mean a damn deer. Okay, and that's it's just factual. But you got to do the other things, especially when you're new, in order to get to the bucks. You got to get to that money. Okay, your husband and wife, your significant other, or whatever is going to be so pissed off at you that you've wasted so much time. That's how simple things can be. Now, the time frame and stuff like that, it's all on you. What you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. If you put 5 minutes a day in it, that's all you're going to get out. 5 minutes a day. You put 10 hours a day in it, you're going to move along faster. Okay, if you don't have a job, but you have your phone and you do, you can keep doing this. But I suggest you get a job because I don't know how else you're supporting yourself because you know I'm not even going to win that subject. So but I want you to keep in mind over in the Facebook group, you are going to get quality content for free, okay? And don't make the mistakes everybody else makes, okay? I thought I'd throw the slide up for you because we put these little emojis in here. I think it's a little cool for people to see stuff like that. You know, so you can go over there to our Facebook group again. The link is in the comment section. So we're going to get into the show right now, which is how to write a high ranking blog from start to finish. Okay. Most people have a blog. Okay. Or eventually have a blog. Okay. Mine, and I'm going to tell you right now, there's not much there. Matter of fact, I haven't even visited it for a little bit. Mine was joshshoemaker.com. Okay, plenty of content on there. Um, I'm to get ranked. You need to be consistent. So, if you've been blogging for a while, you might be wondering how some posts rank higher on Google, and somehow high-ranking blog posts will not. I mean, a high-ranking blog post will boost your authority, but they will also make it easier for potential clients and customers to find you online. Like the first page of Google, you got to get to the first page of Google, and then plus you got to get through half of that page. So you might as well say you got to get to the first page of Google and halfway up Google's page. And now Google's even made it worse, okay? Because I don't know if you've been paying attention when you're searching. It's ad, ad, ad. And by the time you look down on your screen, the number one thing's like way down here. So, which I think Google puts too many ads on there. I don't think it's right, but hey, they're Google. No offense, Google, because we love Google. We love Google's tools, suites of tools that they allow us to use, which is very helpful for starting online. All our slides are made in Google Slides. Okay, we use Google Drive, we use Google Docs, and I make sure because I preach it. We don't use. I if I have a Word doc, it gets converted into a Google Doc, and there's reasons for that. I can't talk to you about using a certain tool if I'm using two or three different tools because you get the shit confused out of you. And we're no BS, so I don't want that to happen. Now, I'm not saying that it can't happen, but I'm not saying we're perfect. But that's kind of part of the whole deal is um, that. So the truth is that writing high ranking blog posts might seem hard, but in reality, it's not that difficult. Okay. It's all about following um, really good practices and making sure to implement them for each post that you publish. And we've talked about this, like live streaming, consistent. Okay. Same way when you do a blog post, things need to be consistent. Okay. We talked about that the other day about there was three things. Okay. You have the introduction, you have the body, and you have the conclusion. And that is your consistency for writing a blog post. Okay. And creating a great blog. When you come up with consistency, okay, we use Optimize Press, the smart theme. There's a picture. Okay. So all our posts have a picture. If one of them didn't have a picture, I mean, we're being inconsistent. Maybe some people think it doesn't matter. To me, it would matter because I look at that and think, wow, they didn't have time to put that picture on there. I mean, I get broken images and things like that when you go to sites because stuff happens, plugins change, blah blah blah, HTML code. If you're still using HTML, God love you for that. It's so much easier with WordPress. Um, I'm just saying. Um, so we will share with you the best tips for writing high-ranking blog posts that will work for basically any industry, so you can use them to improve and write in your search engine ranks. And so before we get too into this, I don't know if I turned my phone off. Check here. Mm. Yeah, so everything took off good. That's the other thing I do like. And I shouldn't do that, but I try to be consistent with you guys. Is you should check to make sure that everything is taken off great, which looks to me like it is. And see, here's the other thing. This kind of late. So you can see yourself on here. You all see. Oops, going the wrong way. There you are. Now you'll see me in delayed because it is a couple seconds. But then you see how I can see that the captions are showing up, and you should be doing that. You should have your phone up or whatever it is, another thing to see um, that everything's working. So, okay, I'm going to get out of there. Well, I did want to say that. So also it does, it does show the shared in there. Uh, the other thing I want you to see is also, well, it doesn't say it on here. I thought it did. I wanted you to see that. It probably says it in the beginning, that like right up. Oops, I get it right here. Like you can see up here. So you can see where we do have the link, but right in there, it asks you to authorize Facebook. Okay, and see how the delay is getting late, not as not as bad. So, but anyhow, I'm going to shut that down for a second, and we're going to continue to provide you with that. So you want to start with a topic and a keyword, and but you need to do a little bit of research. So it's kind of like your niche. Okay, your niche, you're going to have a specific topic you're talking about. Like for us, it's live streaming newbies. Those are some keywords, and we use those for hashtags and things like that. For me and what I'm teaching, okay, hashtags are the same thing as keywords. I don't know if other people are saying the same stuff or not. I really don't care because I'm saying it. But hashtags are keywords for social media. Okay. But even when we send out our descriptions, you notice I use hashtags. Okay. The point being, it's still separated, and you can kill two birds with one stone. You got the hashtag mark, social media picks it up. You got your keyword there, and you got your comma to separate the keywords, or quote unquote your hashtags. So hopefully that kind of makes sense to you. So before you sit down and write your blog post, you need to figure out what you want to talk about. Okay. Uh, it's easy to get overwhelmed off topic, and you see me doing that here. It's because I just got so much information in my mind that, man, I just want to get out to you. It's important to me to help as many people as we can. Knowing what topic to talk about, you stay focused on that topic, and you're not getting off topic. If that kind of makes any sense at all. So, a few ideas to come up with topics for your post could be: use Google Trends to find out what people are searching for and what is trending. And we've said this, you have to move and follow with the trends. And you could use the trends for your topics too, but don't abuse the trend. Tragedies and things like that. It's okay to talk about them, but I suggest that you don't abuse them. That kind of makes sense. Um, I'm not going to go into too great detail there because it's kind of like common sense. So basically, oops, missed the slide there. So hopefully you can see that. So you see cooking, search term baking, microwaving, uh, in there. You can kind of see the interest over time. So that's kind of helpful. Um, so you can see that basically how to use in Google Trends. Um, Searching websites like Quora, see what questions are there. I'm leaving that up there because I just want you to see. So pay attention to what people are actually uh, so pay attention to what people are actually searching for. Okay, on the results in the results page. So here you go. You type it in Google, and right there you go. Cast iron skillet, and you can kind of see. Let me get my bigger screen up here. So you can see right there it says about 52,000, what is it, 52,200,000 results in 7.5 seconds. So that's how many people are looking for dang pots and pans. Okay. There's another way, just through Google to figure that out. So using Google Ads and Keywords Planner to come up with relative keywords to target your blog post. For example, let's say you want to promote cooking utensils to make affiliate commissions. Okay, being an affiliate is a good way to rake in a little bit of income right away. A few terms you might consider is cooking, baking, and microwave. We showed you that on the trends. After researching those topics, you might find out that cooking and baking are more popular while microwaving doesn't get any interest. So, why would you talk about microwaving? Okay, does that make sense? So, those are parts that you need to pay attention to. Um, that going thing, man. Generally, you should go for less competitive keywords like baking because it's more easier to rank. So start small. You need to start small and target one or two keywords at a time before you start adding more keywords to your blog post. And you do that anyhow. We do it with our posts. We look at the insights, see what's making more, and try to and see what we're talking about. Because nine chances out of ten, the subject that we're talking about, that is what gets people there. That gets the clicks. Okay, so you'll need to add those later. So you need to decide on the reader's intent. Period. Um, Once you have your list of topics and keywords, you need to decide on your reader's intent. This will help you. What that will do for you, it'll help you structure and write your blog posts in an appropriate way. There are four main types of intent. You have informational intent, navigational intent, um, transactional intent, commercial or investigating intent. Okay, so informational intent is the case where readers want more information about a particular topic. Navigational intent, people are just browsing the internet with the intent of just looking for a person or a business or a brand. Okay, pretty simple. Transactional intent kind of should speak for itself. Typically, users are they're ready to buy. Okay, and a commercial investigating intent is people with this intent are typically not ready to buy, but they're thinking about making a purchase in the near future. You know, kind of like we all want the best deal. So what do? We get on Google, we search, we look, we save, and we wait. and C. That's a commercial intent. So, with that in mind, your content needs to satisfy the user's intent. So, this is another good question. Should be at the top of your mind when you sit down and write your blog post. When you write that post, what is going to be your user's intent? Who basically is what that's saying. What are you looking for to do in that post? One of those four things, people you're going to hit. So you need to decide on the content type. In most cases, people will read your blog post because it benefits them. Okay, in other words, your blog post needs to share valuable information and answer the questions and teach them something. And I've said this in the beginning, you're going to have to pour your heart out with all your knowledge and give and give and give and give and give and give. You're going to have to give everything, the old story of uh, give everything under the kitchen sink, along with the kitchen sink and the kitchen cupboards and the kitchen. So think about that. When you're giving out content and you're first starting out, in order for you to become the expert, even though you are the expert, but for people to trust you so that they know that you're the expert, you're going to have to give out your best gold nuggets. And once people start to trust you, eventually it will work in your favor. Okay? Man, I think I got way back here. Mm, so, yes. Okay. Sorry, I lost my space on my slide. So, there are a few um, content types that you can use to meet their needs. Okay, how to post that show them how to do something. A post, a how-to post. Does that make sense? A how-to post which shows them how to do something. Okay, a list post. With a list post, you're sharing resourceful resource. I mean resource. Yeah, you're sharing resources and products, reviews that share an honest opinion about a certain product. So we're talking about content types here. So we got reviews, you got list posts and how to post, video content. My gosh, I can't preach on this so much. Video content is the king, and it is going to be the king from here on out. Get used to it, get uncomfortable, and get to doing it. Okay. Uh, Infographics that show the information, basically, and interviews with people that are experts in the industry. Okay. Whatever content type of format you choose, be sure to cite relevant resources to back it up. Always have something to back up your claim. Be ready. Be ready for somebody to say, hey, well, where'd you get that information from? Okay. People are looking for useful and relevant information, okay, with substance. In addition to that, search engines also love content that are authoritative and satisfies the needs of your readers. Okay. So you have to keep those kind of things in mind when content. Create an outline. I've said this before, you know, you need to know. I know I say sometimes I say things, but then I don't always do them exactly the way I tell you. But you get the idea. You have to put them in your own form. Okay. So creating an outline helps you stay focused on your topic and ensures that you are um, covering all the necessary information. Okay, let's stick with our cooking, the cooking thing, for example, and see how it could work. Okay, so let's see here. Let me see. Put that up on the screen. So, as you can see, you have your heading, which is your title. You have the picture, the over, and the subheader. So, which is basically, you know, subtitle that kind of details a little bit more of your thing. Yeah, your thing. Sometimes I amaze myself. So we're here, sub content, and then a call to action at the beginning. So what I'm trying to show you here, and I don't have them both on there. So if you kind of follow this a little bit, you have a title, a picture, you have an opening, your subheader, and content. And after content, you have the call to action. Okay, so what that means is, let's say the topic of your article uh, is the benefit of using a cast iron skillet. Let's just say that. Okay, so your opening paragraph, okay, should introduce the topic and transition into the main topic. Okay, you could talk about why using a cast iron skillet is very beneficial. I love cast iron skillets. I have one. They're very old school, but let me tell you what. See, I'm going to give you your content for a daggone cast iron skillet because I'm going to show you here. Okay, then how to care for a cast iron skillet as well as how to prepare your cast iron skillet for the first use. So, because I have a cast iron skillet and because I've been raised old school and I know all about cast iron skillets, here's the deal. First of all, um, cooking with a cast iron skillet's so much better because the heat it heats up evenly. Once it's heated up, it's an even heat, and it's a good heat for number one because the metal holds, not like that thin stuff, and it's going through there. So the other thing is, I don't think cast iron skillets are very good on your like a little electric stove. They're not the greatest. They are very good for gas stoves. They're good for like throwing on a wood stove to heat, just because of the way you can cook with them. So there is one of the benefits of using the cast iron skillet. So now we need to go into the care. Okay, here's the deal. Don't put a damn cast iron skillet in the dishwasher. Your mama gonna slap you, your daddy gonna slap you, your grandpa and your grandmother and your great grandma, they're all gonna come down and get you for that one. Okay? And one other thing, don't use soap on it because it seeps in. Because cast iron skillets have to be tinned. And if you bury that, oh my gosh, don't even get me there on this. I don't even know if it almost hurts me to tell people this. So if you don't really know how to use a cast iron skillet, don't use it. But so there you go. So here's what we do. So the care of our cast iron skillet. So before we use the cast iron skillet, we turn it on, heat it up, make sure it's completely tinned. We cook with it. When you're done with it, while it's hot, okay, take it over, run it under some water, clean it off with a plastic spatula, whatnot, get the worst of it out of there. Then you can stick a little bit of water in it and stick it back on, throw it on high heat, and that usually cleans up the rest. And while that high heat's on there, you can scrub it up. Then you dump it out, take a rag and clean it up. Okay. Then once you do that, put it back on the stove Take a little bit of butter or some oil, wipe it all down, and turn it on high for a couple minutes and let it roast. And when it's done, wipe off the excess and put it away. Okay, and that's how you use cast iron skillet. So sorry to go so deep in it, but I'm trying to give you an example of how to, write a good blog post about a topic, and it just happens to be I know that. So towards the end, you could mention the cast iron skillet alternatives and link to several other articles, perhaps an article about ceramic skillets, or even an article using the best cast iron skillets. So you can move on with the whole thing. Uh, you just keep doing and doing and doing. So the next thing is how to structure a blog post. Okay, you've got your topic, you've done your keyword research, you know what the reader his intent is, you decided on the content type for your blog post, and you've prepared an outline. Okay, so number one, your topic. Number two, keyword research. Number three, the reader's intent. Sorry, I can't get my finger up right. Um, you've decided on the content type. So there's step number four. And you've prepared an outline. That's step number five. They're simple steps, but those are five steps that you need to practice. So now let's get to the good stuff and talk about how to actually structure the high ranking blog post. So we're going to throw this up here on the screen. So here's what I want you to see. Long form content generates more backlinks than short blog posts. Okay. And as you can see with this graph, okay, from 0 to 1,000 words is to reference domains to reference to domains. You can see the wording and how the more words and how referencing more um, than shorter articles, if that kind of makes sense. Uh, but we're here and we can back it up because of this backo backlink.com or or something, whatever it was. Okay, it's on there. You can see it. So just like essays you wrote in high school, your blog posts need a structure. Okay. In other words, it needs a beginning, a middle, and an end. Typically speaking, your blog post should follow this general instructions. So let's talk about that. And again, we told you the other day, you should have an intro, you should have a main topic. Um, Now there's a fourth one they've added in here, but you could get away with a three: intro, main topic, and an outro. Basically, an outro is the conclusion. You wrap everything up. Here's why I believe you should use the cast iron. Okay, the intro here is the cast iron skill, and using cast iron skill, blah blah blah. So you can get a main topic. The main topics are, and this is why they say break up the main topic with smaller sections. So, like caring for the cast iron skillet, cleaning the cast iron, I should say cleaning the cast iron skillet, heating the cast iron skillet, why use a cast iron skillet. That's breaking up your topic into smaller sections. So, the intro introduces your topic so the readers know it should be around 100 to 200 words. Don't keep dragging your intro on. Your main topic should be about 500 to 1,000 words minimum and 10,000 words maximum. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna write all that. I don't know. Not you. I know how I would. I'm not giving you this. I'm not giving you all the secrets to that though. Okay, join a group. So, and then you want to break up the main topic into smaller sections. It serves as basically that serves as a backup, and it should be introduced with the H3 tag in the blog post. So, what that means is like when your H1 is your header, H2 is like a subheading, and when you're writing that in like Google Docs and stuff, they show that in Microsoft Words that this is a heading, subheading, heading two, okay, up to heading three. So, and then an outro or a conclusion. And basically, what that should be like 100 words or less. Like, here's why I think you should use cast iron skills because they're so great and lovely and blah 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 blah. My great grandpappy showed me how to use one, and it has made my cooking superb. That's the conclusion. Done. It's that that simple. You think so? So use your keywords smartly. Um, all the keyword research you've done previously would be pointless if you didn't actually use your keywords, right? So, however, you have to be smart about how you use them. Um, a few tips to keep in mind might include uh, one of the things I want to talk about too. We talked about this yesterday. Was don't take your keyword and be very repetitive with it because the search engines know. Period. So opt for long tail keywords. So long long tail keywords typically have less competition, which means they're easier to rank. For example, there are approximately 52,200,000 results to determine cast iron skills. We already told you that. Compare that cast iron skillet, let's say cast iron skillet recipes, which only has 29 million results. Add your keywords to the title. Adding your keywords to the title will help Google and other search engines crawl your blog faster. Same thing applies for when you're having a live streaming topic. Same thing applies when you're posting on social media. Just remember, these are all the same. They just call them different. One's a blog, one's social media post, one's live stream. To me, they're all the same. I would combine them together because to me that's no BS. It's common sense, and people can relate to that. Okay, so use your keywords in the first 100 words of your blog post. For you newbies out there, pay attention to that. The sooner the post, the sooner in your post, the keywords appear, the easier it is for Google to determine if your blog post is relevant or not. Bet you didn't know that bullshit. So you need to get that keyword right out of there. So here we go. So we had a beginning, and see, here's how this is all panning together. And for you live streamers, for our live streaming community, I mean, people that are doing wanting to learn about live streaming, we had an intro. I introduced myself. I told you what the topic was going to be about. I showed you where you could go to some things. Okay. And then I got hardcore into the middle of the stuff. Okay. And now we're at the part where it's a conclusion. Okay. Which means, our final thoughts. Final thoughts is a conclusion. They're same hand in hand. So writing a high ranking blog post seems daunting, but all it takes, okay, is following the steps we just talked about. I think I told you there was about 5 of them, if I remember correctly. Um, my highly intelligent brain tells you correctly. It comes out of my mouth correctly. So use the tips in the article to up your blogging game and get to the top of Google. And good luck. Okay. Anything's possible. Anything's achievable. We believe in you, but you have to apply. You have to apply what we teach you, or you're not going to get anywhere. Period. Okay. So with that being said, does anybody have any questions? If anybody has any questions, leave it in the comments below. If you're watching the replay, put your comments in the section and we'll get back to you. Again, I'm still working on the 5-5 thing. Matter of fact, I probably should bring up before we get off here. It's Calendar. Let's just see. Did you mean Calendar? Yes, that's what I did mean. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. We ask that you, you can get valuable tools over in our Facebook group. I'll put the link in the section below. Our Facebook group is over at facebook.com/ Everlasting Creators. I'm sorry. Facebook.com groups / Everlasting Creators. Groups / Okay. And with that being said, okay, you can catch us over on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and at our website and at TikTok. So, here's what I want to tell you. My name is Joshua Shoemaker. I am the CMO of EverlastingCreators.com, and on behalf of my lovely wife, Christina Shoemaker, the CEO of Everlasting Creators, we wish you a good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be. We are on Eastern Standard Time. God bless you all, and good night.